The man, the myth, the meme. A man whose ambition is matched only by his impulse to name his children like Wi-Fi passwords. Seriously, try pronouncing some of those names. It's like a tech support call gone wild. But beyond the quirky names and the sometimes questionable tweets lies a force of nature. Just when you thought American politics couldn't get weirder, that the bar for the bizarre had been set impossibly high. Musk announced the America Party because subtlety is clearly overrated. Yes, the America Party, it sounds like something a high school student would come up with for a mock election, but here we are. A name so generically patriotic it sounds like it was generated by an AI fed only bald eagle memes and John Philip Sousa marches. You can almost hear the Star-Spangled Banner playing in the background just by saying the name. The timing impeccable if you define that as hijacking the news cycle right after Congress finally did something. It's like he waited for the perfect moment to drop a political bombshell, ensuring maximum media coverage. Musk's launch was pure tech bro. Forget folksy rallies and baby kissing. This was Silicon Valley goes to Washington. A sterile live stream, devoid of any human touch. It was more like a software update announcement than a political revolution. A minimalist logo, sleek and modern, like something you'd see on a new electric car, not a political movement. And a speech full of engineering metaphors. He spoke of systems, optimization, and algorithms, as if the American electorate were just a giant machine waiting to be fine-tuned. He talked about debugging the federal code, as if the Constitution were just a slightly buggy piece of software, and achieving escape velocity from gridlock. Because who needs policy when you can just blast off into space, metaphorically speaking, of course? It felt more like a product launch than a political movement. You half expected him to unveil a new line of America Party branded merchandise. No rallies, no confetti, just a promise to upgrade America's operating system. Forget town hall meetings, we're talking about a complete system overhaul. The message: politics is just another problem to solve with enough capital and code, and who better to solve it than a billionaire with a penchant for disruption? So here we are, July 22nd, 2025, contemplating the political party of a man who once sent a car into space for fun. A car, mind you, with a dummy in the driver's seat playing David Bowie. Is this a genuine attempt to fix the nation? A billionaire's vanity project fueled by ego and Twitter polls? Or just another Musk distraction designed to keep us all entertained? The answer, probably all of the above, mixed with a healthy dose of only time will tell. It's disruptive, distracting, and potentially consequential, just like everything Musk does. Whether it's electric cars, space travel, or now American politics, he always manages to shake things up. And once again, we're left to watch, to speculate, and to wonder what Elon Musk will do next. Because with him, the only certainty is the unexpected. When a billionaire announces the formation of a brand new political party, you'd expect a collective groan from the public. The immediate reaction might be skepticism, cynicism, or even outright dismissal. After all, the political landscape is already crowded and often feels dominated by established interests. And in some ways, you'd be half right. There's definitely a segment of the population that views this with a healthy dose of skepticism. But the interesting thing is, polls showed America is also starving for a third option. The data reveals a significant portion of the electorate feels unrepresented by the existing political establishment. In fact, most voters think the two-party system is broken. They see it as gridlocked, divisive, and unresponsive to the needs of everyday Americans. There's a real hunger for something new, a desire for fresh perspectives and innovative solutions to the challenges facing the nation. People are tired of the same old arguments and the same old political games. And Musk, with his characteristic flair for disruption, planted his flag right in that fertile ground, recognizing the potential for a new political movement to take root. The idea of a party not tied to decades-old grudges, free from the baggage of past political battles, is undeniably appealing to many voters who are weary of the constant partisan warfare. But here's the catch. While people overwhelmingly express a desire for a third party, a viable alternative to the established order, they're not entirely sure Musk is the right guy to lead that charge. There's a level of uncertainty and hesitation surrounding his involvement. His approval ratings are a mixed bag. Seen as a visionary leader and innovator to some, admired for his ambition and willingness to challenge the status quo, but also viewed as erratic and unpredictable to others, raising concerns about his temperament and decision-making. The America Party as a concept polls surprisingly well in theory, suggesting a strong underlying desire for a new political force in the country. However, support tends to drop when Musk's name is directly attached to it, indicating that his personal brand may be a double-edged sword for the party's prospects. In many ways, everyone wants a savior, a charismatic figure who can unite the country and solve its problems. But the challenge is that nobody agrees on who that savior should be, reflecting the deep divisions and ideological fragmentation within American society. The result? The America Party at this stage is both wildly popular in its potential and deeply suspect in its association with Musk. Ultimately, it's a sign of just how broken things are within the current political system that this is even a serious conversation, that a billionaire's foray into politics is capturing so much attention and sparking such a complex mix of hope and skepticism. Here's where it gets really interesting. We've talked about the presidential race, the Senate, but there's another angle to this story, a different path to influence that Musk seems to be exploring. Musk isn't running for president himself. He understands the challenges and the uphill battle that any third-party candidate faces in a presidential election. Instead, the America Party is strategically targeting a handful of carefully selected congressional seats across the country. They're not trying to win a majority, not yet anyway. Their focus is much more precise. The goal? What's the strategy behind this seemingly limited approach? Win just enough seats in the House of Representatives to become a crucial swing vote. A balance of power rests on a knife's edge. In a deeply divided Congress, where partisan lines are sharply drawn, a small unified bloc can wield huge power, disproportionate to its size. They become the kingmakers. They become the kingmakers on every bill, every amendment, every crucial vote that comes to the floor. Their influence would be immense. It's not about a complete political takeover. That's not the immediate objective. It's about strategically positioning themselves to be the deciding vote on key issues, holding the balance of power in their hands. This approach cleverly sidesteps the almost impossible task of launching a successful third-party presidential run, a feat that has eluded countless challengers throughout American history. Winning a few strategically chosen congressional districts is undoubtedly tough, requiring significant resources and effort, but it's ultimately doable, a much more attainable goal. Focus resources on those key races, target moderate voters who are open to persuasion, and carefully tailor the message to resonate with local concerns. Musk wants to insert a new gear, a new element into the existing political system, not to completely replace the whole machine with something entirely new. It's a more subtle but potentially very effective strategy. His vision, a powerful centrist fulcrum, a point of balance in an increasingly polarized landscape, breaking congressional gridlock by siding with what he perceives to be the most sensible solution, regardless of party affiliation. The ultimate goal isn't necessarily to govern directly, to hold the reins of power, but to become the faction, the voting bloc, that no one in Washington can afford to ignore. Whether that leads to genuine compromise and effective governance or descends into further political chaos and instability, we'll just have to wait and see. The future is uncertain, but regardless of the outcome, it's undeniably a clever and unconventional play on the American political chessboard. So, what does the America Party stand for? Don't expect a thick policy book. The platform is minimalist fiscal conservatism, deficit obsession, and radical tax simplification. Musk pitches government run like a tech company, lean, efficient, and data-driven. Proposals include AI-powered audits, blockchain voting, and a government-as-a-service app. It's tech solutionism. Every problem has a code fix. The ideology, radical centrism, socially indifferent, fiscally hyper-conservative. Power should shift from politicians to engineers and project managers. It's not left versus right. It's smart versus dumb, efficient versus wasteful. For some, it's brilliant. For others, it's terrifying. Either way, it's pure Musk. Musk is courting a very specific crowd: tech billionaires, podcast stars, and contrarian thinkers. Early endorsements read like a venture capital summit guest list: David Sachs, Chamath Palihapitiya, and more. These backers bring money and massive online platforms, creating a powerful echo chamber. The America Party's message resonates with fiscally conservative, socially moderate independents, politically homeless voters. They want pragmatic, data-driven government, not culture wars. This coalition is the party's strength and its weakness. It's powerful, well-funded and media-savvy, but also elite and narrow. A party led by billionaires risks seeming out of touch with regular Americans. Musk's challenge proves it's not just for Silicon Valley insiders. Otherwise, it's just another club for the rich. For every Musk move, there's backlash, this time from all sides. Trump called the America Party a rich boy's toy, mocking Musk as out of touch. Democrats warn it's a spoiler, siphoning moderate votes and helping extremists win. Financial analysts and Tesla investors worry Musk is spreading himself too thin, risking his companies and brands. Every political tweet could alienate customers or complicate global business. Political scientists point to America's long history of failed third parties. The system is built to protect the duopoly. Musk is just the latest wealthy disruptor to try, and likely fail, to break it. The skepticism is real, and it's grounded in history. Visionary or not, the odds are stacked against him. Now the hard part, the rules. Musk can't just will his party onto the ballot. He faces a maze of state laws and signature requirements. The system is designed by Democrats and Republicans to keep outsiders out. Even if the America Party gets on the ballot, the winner-take-all system punishes third parties. Voters fear wasting their vote, so they stick with the lesser evil. Without reforms like ranked choice voting, third parties face a brutal uphill battle. Musk's money can buy a lot, but not a rewrite of election math. The fortress is real. Let's imagine Musk's party wins 7 House seats, enough to tip the balance. Suddenly, nothing happens in Congress without their approval. The America Party becomes the ultimate power broker. They could force compromise, demand centrist solutions, and push issues like term limits. It's the engineer's dream, debugging a broken system. But there's a dark side. This bloc could hold government hostage for tech-centric demands. What if their price is unchecked AI or tax breaks for space companies? Instead of compromise, we get new gridlock. One billionaire's whims controlling the agenda. Musk as kingmaker could mean rational government or a hostage crisis. The line between disruptor and saboteur is thin, the stakes huge, the outcome unpredictable. So where does this leave us? At a crossroads, fascinated and a little terrified. Musk's America Party is a product of our polarized, distrustful, billionaire-influenced era. The next months will reveal if he recruits serious candidates or just tech bros. Will the major parties co-opt his message or crush him? History is full of failed third parties, but Musk isn't Ross Perot. He's disrupted before. Still, the odds are long, and the system is stacked against him. But the fact that we're taking this seriously shows how broken things are. The real question is our system so dysfunctional that our best hope is the guy who wants to put a chip in your brain? We don't know the answer yet. But it's worth pondering with a stiff drink. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel World Affairs for more insightful content.